Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am Sefin FM, and today we are going to look at basically another tactic, as we always do. However, this is going to be a little different. I started doing a lot of different saves. Basically what I do is I'll sim the whole season. I'll set everything up, sim the whole season, and then create a save file. So I'll go back to that and then record, at some other point. In this case, I set up about 4 or 5 or 6 different saves so I could record it later. And every single one of them, Tottenham decided somewhere in the middle of the season to reject what I'm telling them to do in terms of use this tactic every single time, and it reverted back to the one that it comes with. So what happened with that? I had to scrap everything. This is the first one that happened with. So what I had to do is I basically had to start the save over, recreate the whole thing, set everything up, but I did forget to set up transfers. So there will be no transfers in this tactic talk. There will be from here on out. I'm going to go back right after this recording, reset the save up, save everything I can, and we'll get back to having transfers in here. But right now, there's no transfers whatsoever. They didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. So it's going to be the same players throughout the entire season. That could skew things a little bit. However, it's still just a single save season, a sim season. Anytime you do a season with any team, it's going to be different from one time to the next. So I don't think it's going to throw off things too much. So we're just going to continue with it. This one is called the Diamond No Ace 41212 version 2. It is by Delicious Story, as we've seen him and several of his different tactics time and time again. His win percentage and all that is 46.8% wins, 36.8% loss, 16.2% draws. I know that doesn't equal up, but there's other things afoot. But points per game, 1.57, matches won and all that. Trying to make some step away from roles like inside forward and shadow striker. So this is, again, the Diamond No Ace 41212 version 2. It starts out with a sweeper keeper in defense, wingbacks on the left and right, ball playing defenders in defend, a DM in the central spot in support, inverted wingers in support, attacking midfielder in attack up in the middle attacking spot, and then advanced forwards up front. It's funny how he stays away from things like inside forward and shadow striker, yet what we always see is an advanced forward there. Balanced mentality, in possession, it is attacking with standard, approach play pass into space, overlap on the left and right, focus play down the left and right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses, and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter distribute quickly and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. Now, as always, how did it do for our 3 teams? As you can see, it did really well for Tottenham. 86 points, tops of the league. You got 1 trophy in the cabinet already. Newcastle at 71, not too bad in 4th place, both in Champions League spots. Wolves at 58, not really all that great. Probably a little higher than you would think. If I remember correctly, at the very start of the save, Tottenham is supposed to be in 4th, 5th, 6th, thereabouts. Newcastle's in 7th and Wolves in 15th. So Wolves bring it up to 8th in 58 points. Not too bad. Newcastle with 71 is pretty nice. Just a little bit higher than average, I would say. Tottenham, though, 86 is fantastic. 62 goal differential as well. Schedule-wise for Tottenham, doing very well. I mean, you do have a loss to Manchester City, a loss to Newcastle, using the same tactic, so that's a head-to-head right there. And then 2 more losses in the Premier Division. So you have FA Cup now, 3rd round, you got continue on, but Carabao Cup quarterfinal 2-3 loss to Liverpool. FA Cup 4th round, 0-1 against Manchester City. Champions League, you continue on all the way up until Liverpool, 1-3 loss at home and 2-4 loss away from home in the semifinals. Newcastle having a bit spottier of a start in August. You got a loss and 2 draws, but a couple wins, which is nice. Fantastic September. 2 losses at the start of October, but still some nice runs here and there. You're out against Arsenal 2-3 in the Carabao Cup 3rd round. FA Cup, you're out in the 4th round against Everton. Again, some nice runs here, but some losses right in a row, not all that great. Hopefully, if you took control, you could get these to be wins or at least draws. I mean, 1-2 against Leicester, 1-2 against Everton. You really should be turning those into wins. Wolves, I mean, again, head-to-head right there. Wolves, much spottier in the first half. So many losses right there. You lose out in the Carabao Cup 3rd round against Liverpool in November. And then FA Cup semifinals. You do get to the semifinals, which is pretty big against Arsenal 1-3. So with no transfers, we're going straight to the squad. With Tottenham, Harry Kane, 53 appearances. Son with 49 plus 5, and Lloris with 49. Something happened there. Goals-wise, 44 for Kane. Absolutely fantastic run there. 37 for Son. God, I wish Son would have gone to Liverpool. 12 for Kulusevski. Assist-wise, 17 for Mora, 13 for Son, 11 for Porro and Perisic. Kulusevski with 10, not too bad. A lot of players in the green, though. 744 for Kane. Son was 741 and 719 for Kulusevski. Not too bad for Tottenham, I have to say. But then again, they won the league. What do you expect? For Newcastle, Almiron with 41 plus 1, Pope with 41 appearances, and Trippier as well with 41. Goals-wise, 35 for Isaac. There he is, picking it up again as usual. 27 for Wilson, and Almiron with 7, with Jolinton is there as well. Assist-wise, 15 for Almiron, Isaac with 12, 11 for Trippier, and 10 with Wilson. Average rating, 778 for Isaac. Absolutely a beast right there. 756 for Wilson. Dubravka with 710. Wolves, 45 for appearances for Jose Sa, Neto with 44 plus 1, and then 41 with Sarabia. Goals-wise, 26 for Cunha. That is a fantastic return there. I mean, if Cunha went into another squad, that would be, lights out in certain respects. But Jimenez with 19, and then Sarabia with 10. Assist-wise, not a lot for these people. Neto with 16, which is a nice tally. Sarabia with 15, also nice. Jimenez with 9, a lot more on the average side. 4 players only in the green. Average rating 741 for Cunha. Jimenez with 721, and then 710 for Sarabia. And that even includes Gonzalo Guedes, who's not even at the club. On the Data Hub side, all 3 teams seem to be pretty different. Tottenham, shaky defensively, very good in attack, some very strong attacking numbers. I mean, not quite all the way up tops, but still very well done. You've got some conceded per game, not great. XGA, expected goals against per game, is a little high. But tackles, things like that, I mean, there's a lot of numbers that are just missing. Newcastle having a very strong attack right there. Some Premier League, it looks like Premier League leaders. Dribbles per game is nice as well. Defensively, not quite as high numbers, but you're also still missing in several other aspects. Wolves has a bit of a similar look, extremely shaky in defense, as you can see. And then good in attack, not quite as strong as numbers as the other two, but you're still getting above Premier League average, which is pretty nice. I'm going to assume we're going to see a lot of attacking numbers here. Newcastle most goals with 97, Tottenham with 91. I mean, that's fantastic for Newcastle coming in 4th. Wolves with 73, even them. A few shots against Tottenham and Newcastle, so there are some defensive pieces. Most possession in Tottenham. Dribbles made, you got all 3 teams. I mean, this is, again, a dribbling piece. Newcastle, Wolves, and Tottenham up there. Fewest conceded goalkeepers doing some work for Tottenham at least. Most tackles won, nobody. Best pass completion, nobody. Most shots for Newcastle was 770. Tottenham and Wolves up there as well, and then most points per game, pretty much as you would expect. Individual player overview for the Premier League, Isaac with 31 goals, Haaland 34 of course, but Wilson with 25, Son with 23, Cunha with 19. Most assists, Neto, Sarabia, Isaac, Almiron, and Mora all in there. Up to 13, not too bad. Philip Coutinho, there you go. Most player of the match awards, Isaac and Kane with Wilson in there as well, and Jimenez. Isaac with 9, a little higher than average, but not much. Best pass completion, nobody. Most dribbles made, nobody. Goalkeepers doing some stuff there. Most tackles won, nobody. Most key passes, there you go. Trippier and Sarabia, as you would expect, 170 all the way down to 119. And then Porro is in there again with 103. Most shots, Haaland, of course, but Isaac and Kane bringing up some 2nd and 5th. There you go. And yeah, overall, this tactic did a fantastic job for pretty much every team. Newcastle a little bit higher than average, probably about 8-9 points higher than average. Wolves definitely a little bit higher than average, not a whole lot, but Tottenham at 86. 62 goal differential is a fantastic return. So, but I would definitely take a look at that if you like that 4-1-2-1-2 type of diamond tactic, or 4-4-2 diamond, whatever you want to call it. But it seems to have worked a little bit at least. So anyway, that is it for me, Sapien FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.